Hi there, welcome to today's workshop. We're going to do some research work on material. High-speed steel by powder metallurgy. Let's start with history. In 1898, a new kind of material was born in the US, as people found that cutting tools like drills made of this material could work really fast at that time. They decided to call it high-speed steel. Back to 1960s, when powder metallurgy became a top subject in town, people tried to apply the technology on high-speed steel. As a result, the first generation of high-speed steel by powder metallurgy was created, so-called PM-HSS. Compared to ordinary high-speed steel, the overall performance of the first generation PM-HSS has been increased a bit. However, limited by the technology back then, the impurity was not able to be ignored. Time flies to 1991. One tried to solve the impurity problem with electrostatic heating, and it succeeded. The performance of PM-HSS then came to a whole new level, and that was so-called the second generation. When it came to the 21st century, applying advanced technology and equipment, raw powder was finer than ever, which made the overall performance of PM-HSS incredibly high, especially on bending resistance and red hardness. That was the PM-HSS available today, the third generation PM-HSS. Compared to ordinary high-speed steel, PM-HSS enjoys advantage on overall performance, typically for cutting tools. On one side, hardness. Hardness is absolutely an important index for cutting tools. If you are using a drill made of ordinary high-speed steel, maybe M2, the hardness is somewhere between 61 to 63 Rockwell. Or maybe you are using a cobalt, the hardness possibly reaches 65 Rockwell. But for cutting tools made of PM-HSS, the hardness can be easily made up to 70. The high hardness also brings high performance on wear resistance and red hardness. And when we talk about red hardness of a drill bit, we refer to the hardness of PM-HSS can be remained above 60 Rockwell even under intense heating to 600 degrees Celsius, which is common when doing high-speed drilling. However, the hardness of ordinary high-speed steel under 600 degrees Celsius can be rapidly dropped down to 30, which make it being limited to drill at a low speed and challenging to work on hardened steel as well as stainless steel. Thanks for its high and balanced performance compared to ordinary high-speed steel and cobalt, cutting tools made of PM-HSS are able to work well on a wide range of materials, including hardened steel and stainless steel. And the toughness from being a high-speed steel makes the cutting tool not only suitable for CNC, but also perfect on manual machines and even power tools. But why such a magical material not being popular? It's unbelievably expensive. But with Kurtana's evolutionary technique, we develop a compound material based on PM-HSS with proud. With the new technique, gradient hardness is achieved after heat treatment. As the result, the working section, cutting edge for example, remains the properties of PM-HSS and therefore enjoys all the benefits from it. Meanwhile, the other sections, shank for example, is selected with lower hardness for better toughness and torque transmission. Moreover, lower shank hardness protects your clamping system and helps a clamping system with lower risk of slipping. More importantly, Kurtana's evolutionary technique dramatically reduced the cost of material compared to PM-HSS that released the value of PM-HSS from the burden of cost. Uses, therefore, are benefits with high-performance cutting tools of reasonable and affordable price. If you are happy with this video, smash like and subscribe, and I will see you in next video.